So hello, it's been a while since I've kind of just talked to the camera, and I'm gonna admit I am out of camera vlog shape. I've been living here in California since May, and it's February 16th. I think I've lived here long enough that I have picked up on some of the local habits. I am nowhere near a native Californian as other people are, so I don't want to even claim that I am Californian because I am a Minnesota girl at heart. I am branded by my state, but I think I'll be living here for quite some time if things go according to plan with jobs. So I think it's about time I acknowledge some of my California quirks I have picked up and the Minnesotan things I have left behind. So the first thing I have learned is that you actually shouldn't call California Cali, which I do a lot, and I haven't had anyone tell me, oh, don't call it Cali, but I read online that you shouldn't call it Cali. But I say that all the time. Another thing is San Francisco. I live about an hour-ish south of San Francisco. We shouldn't call it San Fran. The locals will get mad. It's San Francisco. Again, no one has told me this in person. This is just things I've read online, but it's just interesting that the locals don't want their things abbreviated, and I think that's a lot easier to do. They're long names. So that's the first thing I have learned about California is they don't like abbreviating their things. I don't know why. It would make a lot of sense. I'll probably still call it Cali and San Fran out of habit just because that's what people outside of the areas call it, and that's where I'm from, and they're long words. Let's make something short here, because something that isn't short is traffic in this area. I've gotten very used to traffic. He's breaking in! No, Hamilton, no! I am recording a video! You cannot come in! The door is like shaking. Okay, I guess you can come. So the traffic, as I was saying, don't leave your house in the afternoon, on the weekends, in the middle of the day. No, Hamilton, don't touch the tripod. He's so mean. But anyways, so I've gone back to Minnesota a few times here and there, and people are like, oh, that's rush hour, let's not drive then. And I'm like, dude, let's just go. This is nothing compared to California. And I don't even live in the LA area, I live in the Bay Area, so, and if that's bad, I can't even imagine what it is in LA. I don't even know how far I am from anything. I know like minutes I am to something depending on the time of the day. Like, oh, 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, I am 15 minutes from there. And oh, it's 7 p.m. on Friday, ooh, I am probably more like a half hour away. So I don't know miles of where I am from things, but I have no idea what the distance is, or even to the ocean. I have no idea. I have lost my sense of distance, and I only think in time now, but depending on time of day and day of the week and day of the month and what year is it. He's like licking himself and making licking noises. That's probably gonna get me demonetized, Hamilton. Next, something that is near and dear to my heart in Minnesota, but they're so bad for the environment. The plastic bag. This is smuggled in from Minnesota. You cannot get these in California anymore. Sometimes you can get them, like there's certain like retail stores that have them, like if they just sell clothes, but like grocery stores do not have these. So Target, nope, I don't want that on the ground because Hamilton will get it. I've gotten used to going to the grocery store with those reusable bags, and those actually hold a lot, and I like that. So even when I go back to Minnesota, I think I'm gonna be still using the reusable bags because it's just easier, because I can do it like in 2 bags what it would be like 7 plastic bags. So that just makes it so much easier when taking groceries in and from the car to the kitchen in cold Minnesota. Another thing is that even if you want to get paper bags at a grocery store, you have to pay for them. So we'll go to like Safeway, which is a grocery store If you're not from the West Coast, you know, it's just a grocery store. We go to Safeway and we're like, ah, shoot, we forgot our bags. So we have to make that choice. Oh, should we drive back and get them? Should we get new reusable bags over here? Or should we just do the paper bags? And we end up usually just getting the paper bags because yet again, we can reuse those to dispose of them later, like for cat poop, or if you really want to know about cat poop in this video, or putting them in, using them as like garbages for bathrooms or something. So I'm glad we can still at least get some kind of disposable bags still at grocery stores because we would be lost without them. But I'm getting used to it. So the last two things about being a Californian now kind of relate to each other. But they kind of contradict, I guess. One thing is that I never look at the weather anymore before going outside. I would religiously look at my phone to check the weather before I would leave the house in Minnesota because it changes so much. One day it could be 40 degrees and you really only need a light jacket, or even not a jacket at all some days. Because sometimes 40 degrees in Minnesota is beautiful because the sun is shining and you actually just get hot if you're wearing a jacket. So 40 degrees in Minnesota is perfect in the winter. But then like the next day it'll be like -10 and you're like, wow, I shouldn't have just relied on the fact that it was 40 degrees yesterday. So in Minnesota, you really need to check every single day what the weather is. Now, California has a wide range of temperatures throughout the state. You know, like in the mountains, it could be chilly. Down in Southern California, it could be really hot. For the most part, it stays the same temperature in your area, I guess, in your location throughout the year. I live in the Bay Area. It's like 60s, 70s all year round. So I never look at the weather anymore, and that is so weird to me. It's like I get another few minutes of my day back. I don't have to worry about getting dressed in the morning, thinking about what I should wear. Oh, should I wear a turtleneck or not? I wouldn't wear a turtleneck anyway. I like my neck. Don't have my neck. No, I guess I've never really thought about if I liked my neck or not. How's my neck? Yeah, so I would never look at, I never look at the weather anymore. Even now we have all these great Siris and Alexas that I can just ask them what the weather is, and I really don't. I just walk outside without a jacket, like this. Like, ooh, let's go outside. No jacket, and it's February 16th. That's crazy to me. However, now that I am kind of getting used to this weather, I am always cold. It's freezing. Okay, what's the weather? Hey Siri, what's the weather? I triggered too many Siris. Okay, it's 66 degrees outside right now. And sun, no clouds. 66 degrees. I'm actually kind of warm right now, but we have the heat on. The heat is on in our house and it's 66 degrees. And I don't know if it's just how our house is and that we don't get a lot of sun and so it gets cold, but we do get a lot of sun. As you can see, there's sun coming in here, so I don't think that's it. I think it's actually just my body isn't used to below 70 anymore, so I get cold. Nighttime especially, it gets down to sometimes 40s, low 50s, upper 40s. It's cold, I'm cold, and we have heated blankets going on, and I'm just always cold and my feet are cold. I feel so horrible to say that because I'm from Minnesota, Minnesota, and I'm cold and I'm complaining about it to my friends, and I'm like, I'm sorry you guys, I feel like I've betrayed you. So I know those last two things are kind of contradicting because I don't look at the weather anymore, but at the same time I'm always cold. It's like I'm cold in my own house, but when I'm outside it's beautiful and I love it. Maybe it's just the fresh air. I really have no idea what's going on. My mind is playing tricks on me. It doesn't know where I am, what I should feel, and it's just overall very confusing. Oh well, look at that, my camera battery is dying. You know, I should probably charge this thing every once in a while. You know, this might not even work because Hamilton knocked my camera off of the desk a couple days ago. It was like a couple weeks ago now, and I haven't used it since. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. any other people who are new to California, let me know in the comments down below what you used to do in your state that you don't do now, and what has California taught you. Do you like California? And my fellow Minnesotans, do you hate me? Don't hate me. I love Minnesota. Not as much as California, but I love Minnesota. But California's pretty cool though. I like it, it's cool. Yeah, I'll have links somewhere in here to my Minnesota to California vlogs from kind of last summer that kind of depicts my travels from Minnesota to California and how I moved and how I got adjusted, and those are pretty fun. Got a house tour in there. And also you can see me adopt Hamilton, he's so nice. Also, some of the latest videos I've been doing will be somewhere in here too. I've been doing some gaming videos, like this GTA ramp kink video is pretty funny. I'm just assuming I'm gonna put it here. It's gonna be here. And yeah, subscribe, like, and share. Please share it. I would love to hear from anyone because it's kind of fun to talk to a camera and discuss randos online. You should try it sometime. Maybe you can make a response video. Hee.